What is going on, everyone? So today I'm going to be showing you DeadManiac's light metal build. This is a very fast-paced sort of build. Whenever we think about metal, we think about tanky, bulky, slow, but this is not the case for this list. So DeadManiac is an amazing player from Minnesota. He's been playing this deck for a while. It's its own creation. Very nice, very different, very fun to play. It plays around Metagross as well as Pokestop. So it's a Pokestop sort of build. It's a ground glass sort of deck. Definitely play it. Definitely test it out. A couple of my friends have it, and they just had so much fun with it. There's a couple of cards that you can change. The deck has already some amazing results, so definitely check them out. If you have any questions about the deck, or at the end of the video, if you guys want to comment below and talk about the deck, or have any questions, or are currently playing the deck and you want to talk about what are some of the changes that you would that you made to the deck, let us know. We want to know. We want to be, we want to have a safe space where people can actually like discuss ideas and help other players that want to get into the game, especially for this video specifically with this deck. Okay, so we're gonna go a little quicker than we usually do because again, this is not my list. So luckily for you guys, in the description I'm gonna have a link where you're gonna be able to see what the updated version of the list is day by day. It's its own link, so it's DeadManiac's link as he daily or weekly or monthly or however he wants to update it. As he goes, you're gonna be able to follow him, so definitely check it. You're gonna be able to check it below over the description. The description is also gonna have an article that he wrote about the deck, so definitely check it out, read it. It's a great read, very, very nice. You learn a lot about the deck. All right, so let's get started. So we play Metagross. Metagross is one of the coolest Pokemon. If you draw this card at the beginning of your turn, you get to play it on the bench. You also get to draw 3 cards. And Meter Match for 2 energies does 100 damage, and if you already use it during your next turn, it does 100 more damage. So it's just an incredible card. We play Hirashi for Stellar Witch. It's basically the digger of the deck. You get to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and just reveal a trainer, and you put it in your hand, but then it gets to sleep. It combos really well with some of the items that I'm going to show you, some of the tools. So keep in the lookout. Hirashi, an amazing card. There's another Hirashi that you could try out. Just pick your favorite. This is the one that's recommended, but definitely keep your options open. We play Cobalion. Cobalion is just an incredible mid to late attacker with Revenge Blast. This attack does 30 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken, so just an incredible card. We got Zacian and Zamazenta. So Zamazenta is known in the community as by a lot of people, not everyone, but by a lot of people, as probably, if not the best, one of the best metal Pokemon ever printed, for the GLC format, of course. And basically the ability says if this Pokemon has any energies attached to it, it takes 30 less damage from attacks. Very, very strong. And the attack, if any of your Pokemon were KO'd during your opponent's last turn, this attack does 120 more damage, which is ridiculous. For the Zacian, is really nice. For 1 energy, this attack does 10 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon. So, and this attack damage isn't affected by weakness or by effects of your opponent's active Pokemon. So very, very nice. Good way to put a basic there that just starts putting pressure earlier in the game. We have probably my favorite card of the deck, the Galarian Berserker and Meowth. So Evolution Roar, you can discard 2 cards and get Berserker, which is really nice. And then Berserker, it increases the attack of your Pokemon by 20, which is very nice. So your not your opponent. So your metal Pokemon attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Very nice. We play the Bisharp and the Pawniard. So the Bisharp, single lunge. If this Pokemon has no damage counters on it, this attack does 90 more damage. So very, very strong. And then we play the Bronzor and the Bronzong. For this Bronzor, if you go second, this Pokemon can evolve during your first turn, which is probably it's the one that's recommended. And then we play Bronzong, Metal Links. Once during your turn, you may attach a Metal Energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So very, very strong. I believe it's 7 basics. No more, no less. Very nice. I'm sure that as time passes and we get more basic Pokemon or even better Pokemon, you're gonna be able to like update the deck as you would like. And again, the idea of this is for you to see what other people have put their heart and soul into, and you know, have had some really great results with maybe a Pokemon or a gym of your liking. So you can net deck the deck, test the deck out, and as you go on, you can switch cards in it to make the deck your own. So as for supporters, we got the N, we got the Marnie, we got Clara. So I'm not gonna explain many of these because it's part of the game is for you to like read every single card and sort of like enjoy the game. I'm just gonna read cards that are not usually in other decks, but for now I'm just gonna just mention them real quick, and if there's something that is not usual, it's just a card that's unusual to see, then I'll explain that. But all of these are very, very straightforward. We got the Colress, we got the Guzma and Hala, we got Guzma itself, Boss Order, Raihan, Professor's Research, and Arvin. Okay, so these are the supporters. There is one more supporter that I'm gonna explain a little bit because it's not a card that you usually see, and that is Mallow. So Mallow, search your deck for 2 cards, shuffle your deck, and then put those cards on top of it in any order. So very, very strong card. If you haven't seen the full art, it's just an amazing card. Look it up. All these cards, they're a great investment because everything that has to do with like waifus, they get, if you get them now, it's just gonna increase in price. But yeah, what do you do with Mallow? So there is some really cool combos in the deck that you're gonna see where Mallow comes in clutch. You could also use Mallow with Metagross, and you could also use Mallow with cards like Hirashi to just dig for exactly what you need at the moment. So very, very strong card. Highly recommend you play it in this deck. All right. So then we have one of the major cards in the deck with the Metagross, which is Pokestop Artisan. So Pokestop, for those of you who don't know, once during each player's turn, that player may discard 3 cards from the top of their deck, and if a player discarded any item cards in this way, you put those cards in your hand, those item cards in your hand. So very, very strong. And the fact that this deck plays with Metagross and also plays with Pokestop. So Pokestop, obviously, if we're playing the card, you are immediately assuming that we're going to play a lot of items, and that's exactly what we do. So we play Netball, Hisuian Heavy Ball, Level Ball, Ultra Ball, and Quick Ball. These are the Pokeballs that we play, but we also play, let me leave this for the end. And we're also going to play, okay, we're going to play Trainer Smell, Pokegear. We're going to play Switching Cups. So Switching Cups, switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck. So this card also with Mallow has some synergy as well as with Metagross. So very, very good. So even if you draw it, calm down. You know, there's still ways for you to play Metagross and just play it in your bench. So very, very nice. Some great synergy. Worst case scenario, you just speed up the deck. So Switching Cups, we got Paw Pad, so we got Switch. We also got Scoop Up Net, Rescue Stretcher, Metal Saucer. We got Lana's Fishing Rod, very cool. So Lana's Fishing Rod, for you who don't know what it does, shuffle a Pokemon and a Pokemon tool card from your discard pile into your deck. Okay, we've got Escape Rope. We also got Max Revive. So Max Revive is another really cool tech. So you put a Pokemon from your discard pile in the top of your deck. So again, very good synergy with Metagross, but also good synergy with getting your basic Pokemon like Zamazenta or Zacian, or even like Pokemon that were sniped without evolving. Very cool card. So Max Revive. We also got Professor's Letter, Field Blower, Evolution Incense, Battle Compressor. We play Bicycle and Acrobike, as well as Versus Seeker. We play Skateboard, very cool synergy with Hirashi. So the retreat cost of this Pokemon this card is attached to is 1 colorless less. So 1 retreat cost less, and it can retreat even if it's asleep or paralyzed, which is very important because our Hirashi, after the effect, it's put to sleep. So very important. Very cool tool card for that specific card. We play Muscle Band, and then we play Floatstone. There's 2 cards that I want to talk about. The first card is Capturing Aroma. So you might think, hey, Capturing Aroma is there. I haven't seen Body Poffins yet. So, but we actually don't play Body Poffins. I talked to DeadManiac about it. He said that it's probably a card that he would find space for. But if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I've already played the deck enough, not to the point where I'm a incredible player with it, but enough where I sort of understand the gist of the deck and what it does. And Capturing Aroma is actually really nice because remember, Body Puffin doesn't get you things that are above 70. So yes, it can get you Hirashi, but it doesn't get you the Cobalion, doesn't get you the Zacian, doesn't get you the Zamazenta, right? It gets you the Meowth. It also gets you the Bronzor. It also gets you the Pawniard. But that's about it, right? So sometimes you want to get the evolution Pokemon. Sometimes it gets you Metagross and all the other evolutions, but also it gets you some of those basics that had higher, higher HP, and it's just a great card to have. So test it out. I actually enjoyed. I personally wouldn't play Body Puffin. I was gonna say Body Puffin, but I said wouldn't pop. Never mind. Anyways, definitely try Capturing Aroma before you switch it out for Body Puffins, because when I had the deck, when I started testing the deck, the first thing that came to mind was I'm changing Capturing Aroma for Body Puffins. And after 1 or 2 games, I was like, you know what? If this were Capturing Aroma, even if I got an evolution card, it wouldn't have been amazing. So I switched it back, and so far I've enjoyed Capturing Aroma. So the next card that I want to talk about is a card that I actually don't have. I don't own it. And it's Metal Goggles. So Metal Goggles, I don't have it, so I can't show it to you, but I can read it to you. So Metal Goggles is a card that says attach a Pokemon tool to one of your Pokemon that doesn't already have a Pokemon tool attached to it, obviously like every other tool. So the metal Pokemon this card is attached to takes 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks after applying weaknesses and resistance, and your opponent's attack and abilities can put damage counters on it. So that's very, very important. Now, I personally don't have Metal Goggles, so what I've been using, or what I replaced the card for, is Metal Frying Pan, which is very similar to Metal Goggles in the way where you also take 30 less damage, but then your Pokemon gets it doesn't have any weaknesses. So in my group of friends, I actually have fire players, and I just prefer this card over Metal Goggles. That being said, I understand why he plays Metal Goggles and not Metal Frying Pan. And I have a friend that basically plays light metal. Shout outs to Pumbaa. And he's constantly changing this card back and forth depending on the locals and who's going. So again, one of those cards is good to have them both and just switch them throughout the weeks and depending on who you play against. And that's it. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 basic metal energies, and then we also play the coating metal energy and the shield energy. Very, very good special energies that you can get with Guzma and Hala. So that is the deck. I hope you enjoyed some of my explanations. And again, if you have any questions about how the deck is built, or how the deck was made, or how the deck is supposed to function, read the article, great article. Join Tricky Gym and talk to DeadManiac yourself. He's a really cool guy we discuss a bunch of ideas from other gyms every once in a while, and he's a great dude. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed the deck. I've had a lot of fun playing the deck. I actually made like a variation of the deck called rock paper scissors. If you guys want me to like show that, I can, if you guys wish, in the future. And it has to do with Scizor and other cards with Dream Ball and some other cool cards that actually makes certain matchups really strong for us. So yeah, definitely test it, and after you have enough practice with it, then start changing things to your own liking. But as the deck is right now, it's incredibly strong, and props to Cole. Amazing deck builder. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoy the video.